All right, we are back at the 3 o'clock hour for Give Local York 2024. $2.8 million raised so far for 322 organizations. We got a nice woo from Bob Pulo. Chris, we are almost at the $2.9 million mark. 8,525 donors, 13,542 gifts for 322 organizations.
It's been a really special day, Philip. It's been a special week. And, you know, for me, this is 4 years of coming down and doing this with you here at the ballpark, now known as WellSpan Park. It's such an honor for me to be here. I brought up some pictures there. There's our good buddy Diamond Doug. And of course, downtown, there's Megan. And there's us. That was our first picture together, Philip.
Beautiful.
With the masks and
Post-COVID.
everything. I just wanted to take a quick moment while I got the microphone here to just say thank you to everyone in York County, in York City, and all around town for making me feel so welcome year after year, especially to you guys, the Given family. Thank you so much. And Kate Harmon, I know, is watching and listening as well. It's really special to get a chance to do this. This is one of my favorite days of the whole year. This is work, but it feels like the complete opposite. And, getting to hang out with all these wonderful people. I don't want to get too sappy because we still got work to do here, Philip.
We got work to do. And St. Louis may be listening still, so you don't want St. Louis to think that you like York better than I know. Obviously, you like York better than St. Louis. But
I wanted to quickly acknowledge just the folks over at the Appel Center. There's the squad. I had a great time this week going to see the Book of Mormon, which was really great. And also wanted to shout out quickly Corey Strathmeyer from YMCA of the Roses. They have a big race coming up this Sunday, the York YMCA Marathon and Half Marathon. And Corey said, if you could provide me a quick Give Local shout out, I'd really appreciate it. So I'm just going to read this real quick, Philip. Our race series funds free and low-cost programming to adults with chronic or life-threatening illnesses such as cancer, Parkinson's disease, prediabetes, heart disease, and more. Most are free. Only our PD programs have a low fee of $10 per month. Many of our program members have participated for over 10 years. The Y is focused on healthy living and social responsibility, and that's why we do whatever we can to reach our community members. Running is a big part of my life, Philip, and I hope to get a chance to run that race. It sounds like so much fun. And so big shout out to everyone that's going to run that race this weekend.
Absolutely. Chris, we're going to dive into the 3 o'clock hour and starting it off strong with we're at WellSpan Park here, home of the York Revolution. I can see Keystone Kid Space if I would look out over there, right around the corner. One of my favorite places in York. And we have Jess Brubaker on the line. I'm going to put my headphones on so I can hear Jess. Look at that view of WellSpan Park. Eric told us earlier today about the brand new screen. Very, very exciting. It's looking gorgeous. It's a gorgeous day for baseball. No game today, but if you haven't been to a game this season, get on out here to WellSpan Park, the home of the York Revolution. All right, Chris, let's bring Jess on. Hi, Jess.
Hey.
How's it going?
Things are excellent. I feel like I can wave at you too, right over there.
We're so close. Jess, I'm on the Keystone Kid Space Give Local York profile page right now. $22,694 from 144 donors, 144 gifts. What an incredible journey so far. We've got a lot to talk about. I'm looking at your 2023 year two by the numbers. But yeah, Keystone Kid Space becoming more and more familiar with all families in York County. Such a destination. How about you just give us a big picture update on what year two was like for you guys and how things are going over at Keystone Kid Space?
Sure. Well, so first of all, it's great to talk to you. What a great day. We're going to be the little dose of sugar and joy in the post-lunch slump here, because that's what we're all about. So as you mentioned, we're in our third year of operation. So last year was year two. Every year is better than the last. We, at this point, have served almost 30,000 visitors. This field trip season alone, we've had several thousand students in the building. In fact, we had a bunch of first graders here earlier this morning. So we are having the best best time serving kids and families from across, not just York County, but beyond. We have schools and families coming from Adams County, Dauphin County, Northern Maryland, as far as Hershey and Gettysburg and Mechanicsburg and all kinds of places. We have a lot of schools and grade levels that are coming as sort of a tradition. So we've seen the same groups of teachers bring their students every year, which has been super fun. And we've celebrated hundreds of birthday kids and hosted lots of really impactful community events ranging from community resource fairs. Right? Yeah, some weddings, some proms, some wonderful celebrations. We're just really honored to be selected as this really welcoming space to host a lot of these really important events.
That is awesome. And we've got a video. We'll cue up that video in just a second. But yeah, by the numbers, I love this on your profile. 110 field trips facilitated, 15,000 plus visitors welcome, 169 birthday kids, 55 private and community events. It's absolutely incredible to see Keystone Kid Space continue to grow and grow and grow. I really want to watch this video. I saw it. I haven't listened to it yet, so I'm excited to see it.
All right.
First of all, that is an incredible video. Love the video. Second of all, we need a Bob Pulo woo because we just hit $2.9 million for 2024. Jess, we've talked a little bit about where you've come from and the growth of Keystone Kid Space, but I want to know what your plans for the future are and how Give Local York 2024 is going to help accelerate Keystone Kid Space's growth.
Thanks for asking, Philip. So as you know, we don't think small here at Keystone Kid Space, we think really big. And so what we've realized is despite all of our efforts, and we've worked really hard to make sure that we're as accessible and welcoming to the community as possible, that there are many, many kids who realistically we will never see here in our building due to a whole range of obstacles and barriers to their being able to come here, certainly on a regular basis. So our next generation challenge here is to push beyond our walls and to meet kids and families where they are out in the community, particularly in underserved areas of our region where there aren't a lot of really high quality enrichment opportunities, and certainly not ones that are truly accessible at free or very reduced costs, and ones where kids get to play in the very unique way that we can provide through our programs. And so we're really excited to, like I said, push out and partner with libraries and parks programs and community centers and schools all across the region to bring our great hands-on STEAM maker education programs to kids and families.
I love it. And, obviously we've talked a lot and we'll continue to talk about how Give Local is beautiful because it's bringing people together, it brings nonprofits together. But I have heard throughout the day, we are heading into STEAM, right? STEAM is the future, STEM is the future of what we are doing here. Keystone Kid Space, I think that has been ingrained in your culture since you opened. You guys have certainly been looking towards that and on the forefront. It's great to hear that that is still where we are headed. Real quick, I do want to learn about the fun craft project that is hanging behind your head, so we'll talk about that. Sure. But I'm looking at your profile right now. You have a lot of cool matches. You had a $2,500 match this morning. Grab your coffee and donate. The Keystone Kid Space board double matched. That went super, super quick. Seems like you extended that. We're still in the middle of that, right?
Yep, we are. Absolutely.
Right, so we've got a morning match, and then we've got another challenge, a happy hour challenge at 5 o'clock, getting 10 more donors by the end of the night, and a generous sponsor gifting us $1,000. So you guys are absolutely crushing it. So yeah, what's that behind you? I want to know everything about about your
Yeah, so thank you for asking. So I know it looks a little bit like bamboo, which was kind of the look we were going for, but it's actually constructed out of very basic toilet paper tubes. So we're big on using materials that are accessible to kids all the time, right? That they don't need lots of money or special store in order to source. So these are literally just toilet paper tubes that we invite kids to and grown-ups to decorate in whatever way they see fit. And then they contribute to our installation here behind us. And so it's really grown over time. We have visitors who like to come and try to find theirs that they did like the prior day or week or month. So that's been really fun. There's some schools that put their school mottos or logos on there when they come for field trips. We have sports teams and cartoon characters and lots of just sort of abstract design up there. But we really love these community built projects where everyone gets to contribute to something much bigger than themselves. And they love coming in and seeing how it's grown and evolved over time. But these everyday materials are really core to our programs. So if you don't mind, I'd just also like to put a little shout out that if you have materials like this in your home, in your business, anywhere, and you have a feeling that surely they could be useful to someone, we are that someone. We would love to have them. So toilet paper tubes, caps, any kinds of, old craft supplies, things like that you have left over. We love to show kids that all of these great materials are accessible to them in their everyday lives.
Well, I love that. We're going to wrap up here in a second, but before I let you go, can you talk a little bit about two things? Creative in Residence program, because it seems like you're doing some fundraising for that this year, and then also, very exciting, taking Keystone Kid Space on the road, class assemblies. I want to know all about it.
Yeah, so to take the last one first, that's what I was referring to earlier. So it's the idea that we can be ourselves and deliver our really unique programs outside of our building. We don't have to be here to do it. We're obviously not abandoning this amazing building. Yeah. We're going to continue to run program here, but we know that we can be ourselves and provide a really excellent, unique experience for kids in schools and libraries, parks, all kinds of places. So that's the one priority. The other is we believe that there aren't a lot of unicorns out there, as much as we like to believe in unicorns, people who are expert in everything, right? That doesn't really exist. And we think the best teachers, the best mentors are ones who are genuinely passionate about whatever it is that they're really into, right? So we try to bring in individuals who are genuinely really talented and passionate about whatever it is they do and invite them to share their talents, their expertise with kids. So we have 2 creatives in residence on our team currently. They are our master teachers. Mr. Matthew is one, Miss Lori is another. They are incredibly talented. We would not be who we are without them, but they don't know everything. They're not expert in everything. So we're looking to sort of diversify our team and bring on different skill sets and disciplines to offer even more diverse experiences and opportunities for kids.
I love it. Thank you so much, Jess. I will talk to you soon. Have fun tonight. Yeah. Best of luck. You're going to smash all of your goals. You're the best. Have a good time over there.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Such a fun day. Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
All right, we are back. Had a great conversation with Jess from Keystone Kid Space. $2.9 million. I'm keeping an eye on that dollar amount over here. But right in front of me, happy to have Gail from Upstart Arts in the house. And we do have a video, which we'll get to in a few minutes. Gail, how's it going? Happy Give Local York Day.
Yes, happy Give Local York Day.
So I understand Give Local York is one of the major fundraising efforts for Upstart Arts for you guys throughout the year. I love our conversations. I love how inclusive Upstart Arts is. Please, if there's folks at home that maybe are not familiar with Upstart Arts, just let us know a little bit about it.
Okay, well, we are an all-volunteer theatrical collective. We do, all of our shows are free to attend or watch. We have lots of online content. If you look up YouTube, Upstart Arts, we have lots of classic plays. We do Shakespeare and Oscar Wilde, and we just did a production of Pygmalion by George Bernard Shaw that is up on YouTube, so please go watch it. It's an incredible production. We also do podcasts of Sherlock Holmes. We have one of our people has rewritten the Sherlock Holmes stories as a podcast.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're so much fun. We have a lot of fun with it, and we get to work with actors from all over everywhere, and we're just all really enjoying doing theater together.
I love it. And I know that you were at the forefront really of virtual performances and giving us a way to access the arts during the pandemic when we had no other way to do that. Chris, can we let's see the video and we'll check out what Upstart Arts has been up to.
Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us a figgy pudding, now bring us a figgy pudding.
She went off like a bolt of lightning. Matters how but the pace was frightening. Every stop on the trail was left for dead. The legend around her spread.
The insecurity, the insincerity of the fixed smile, and the hard glitter of those restless and penetrating eyes.
Sounds like a real operator.
Not a face you want to fall under the scrutiny of.
How can you be such a foolish, ignorant girl as to think you could afford to pay Mr. Higgins?
Why shouldn't I? I know what lessons cost as well as you do, and I'm ready to pay.
How much?
Now you're talking.
So check out all our social media, subscribe here and on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks.
Well, there was Michelle at the end of the video, wasn't able to join us. But you and I were talking during the break there that some of the actors that we're seeing are not even from York. They're from outside of York. Talk about that a little bit.
All right. Yeah, we have actors from York who work with us. We also have actors who were in York and have moved elsewhere. We have some people in State College. We have a group of people in Arizona now. We also have
Argentina, Scotland?
Yes, we have actors from Argentina and Scotland who have worked with us, and Canada, and then we have several who are in New York, and we've had some from California and Iowa, just all over the place.
That's awesome. Well, you've got a $1,200 goal. You're just about halfway there, which is great. $15 level if you're following along, $15 level providing props and costumes. You've got 12th Night coming up. Before we wrap up, let me know about any upcoming productions. We can plug that. $40 level, adding to the growing library of references for the actors, and $100, of course, like any other nonprofit. We've got some overhead. We've got insurance. We've got the Zoom membership. Give Local York will help offset, those costs. Gail, 12th Night, that's the next upcoming production?
Yes, we have 12th Night auditions, online auditions, May 29th and 30th. We have one online performance on July 13th. That'll be available on YouTube. Yeah, we're going back to Shakespeare. That's where we started, and it's been a couple of years since we did a full Shakespeare production online. So we're getting back to our roots and looking for actors who want to do comedy and music, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I love it. Gail, thank you so much. We will continue to plug and advocate for Upstart Arts, and thanks for all you do.
Thank you very much.
Chris Strupp, the Given Day guy, back here from WellSpan Park. We can hear you, Cal.
Hey, how you doing?
Great. Let me get you on camera here.
Which one? This one right here, or this one right here, or this one right here?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
All right.
You're good. Just
So
talk
many
to
cameras
Chris.
in here. So you want me to look at you, Chris? Is this a good look?
That's a good look.
Thanks, Chris.
That's a good look. Cal, Thanks for your continued support of Give Local York.
Of course.
You guys have been working with this Give Day for years.
Yes.
Why is it so important for you guys to be a part of it?
It's a perfect opportunity for us to get together with the community that we serve all year long to give something back to them that really, really, it steps outside of us just performing. Not that that's not important, it soothes the soul, but you know, those dollars and cents, they soothe the pocket, and it helps them to do their programming. And it also helps us to do more with them. So this is great for that.
So before we get into what we're going to see tonight, what's it been like over the years watching the growth of Give Local York?
You know, the weather used to beat us up really pretty bad. And we had a number of times we were supposed to be in the square or we were supposed to be somewhere else, and we'd end up on the concourse here fighting back rain. We were inside here one time. I went and bought a bunch of pizzas for people to eat, to hang out. Yeah. And I will tell you, every time it's gone wrong, it's gone right. It's been wonderful these last 2 years actually being in the square and just seeing people who didn't know what Give Local York was find out about it in the best way possible with an amazing show of our great talent in New York.
And so, of course, Give Local York is always on the first Friday in May. First Friday, a huge deal here in the city. So I just ran across town to pick up lunch a few hours ago. You start to see things getting set up. What can and should people expect tonight if they're coming down to the
So there's so much going on downtown. Now we have a great stage with a video display set up there. Ralph Reel is out there. Peter Bochos is playing tonight. Scarlett.
I'm going to put the schedule up here for you.
There you go. Scarlett Rose is out there today. The Southside. I almost said South. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. The Temple Guard will be there. Maybe the Southside Steppers will be there too. You never know. Everyone might just be stepping tonight. But Temple Guard will be out there tonight. They're amazing from the YM. We have Gigi Marrero, who is spinning the records out there. They're called records, right? The records. So it's going to be an amazing, and it's all being handled by Assorted Studios with a partnership with Weary Arts Group, which is the company that I work for.
Yeah, Kingsley.
That's right, and he's our headliner tonight, and that's the Prince of Africa right there. Amazing, amazing artist. That's who Ralph will be playing with, and Junior's out there banging on the drums. And if you've ever seen Junior play, he has so much energy and love. You want to pick up a drum yourself. Then we've been working with him for quite some time.
Just real quick, I do want to plug, if you go to givelocalyork.org, if you search for Cal's last name, Weary, W-E-A-R-Y, you'll see Weary Arts Group's. Cal, you're fundraising today. You got about $1,100, $1,200 raised, 18 donors. I just want to point out quick, on the giving levels, $250 puts you at the Denzel Washington giving level. $500, you're at the Sidney Poitier level. $1,000, Angela Bassett.
That's right.
We're going to skip one for a second. The $5,000 level, just labeled icon, is Spike Lee. But the $2,500 level, which, remember, above Denzel, Sidney, and Angela.
He's an amazing actor.
Is Cal Weary.
That's right.
So if you're at the $2,500 level, you're Cal Weary.
Oh man, can I plug one last thing before we hop off here? Just so you know, York Countyans, coming into November next year at one of our many sites, we will be at York Tech, and we will be the first school in Pennsylvania to do Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and that will be exclusive 2 weekends, the first 2 weekends of November. So please come on out and check that show out. They do an amazing job out there with those students. We're right over here at York Academy. We just finished Once on This Island there, and we're up in Harrisburg at the Capital Area School of the Arts, and we just finished bringing on amazing seasons with our wonderful children all across South Central PA.
Cal, we really appreciate your continued support, and we know you got a lot of work going on, so we're going to let you get back to work here.
Thank you very much.
But thanks for stopping by, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back in 30 seconds with Northeast Neighborhood Association. I was just gifted a swag bag by our next guest here, the Northeast Neighborhood Association, which I absolutely love. And I will also say the branding for Nina is just great. Everything looks absolutely impressive. And on this camera angle, we're seeing Crystal's place on the back of your shirt, which is great. We will dive in here and learn all about the Northeast Neighborhood Association. I will also point out that from where I am standing here at WellSpan Park, home of York Revolution, we can see the Northeast Neighborhood right here. So for those that may be unfamiliar with Northeast Neighborhood Association, the work that you do in our neighborhoods, what is Nina all about?
Thank you for having us here today. We are a grassroots organization. Started with a collaboration of the church knocking on doors of neighbors and saying, we want to establish our presence in the neighborhood. We want you to have a voice. And one of the people that they knocked on the door was Crystal Sexton McEachin, who is my sister. She passed away 7 years ago, and she was larger than life for this community. So we're carrying on the work that started between her and the faith-based organization. We have a food pantry. It's named Crystal's Place after her. And we serve maybe 1,900 individuals, food and clothing per month, about 275 households, in addition to several other large and smaller events. More importantly, we allow our neighbors, the people that live within our neighborhood, to have some very intimate conversations and times and events and things that just help them to know that someone cares about them.
Well, you know, your givelocalyork.org page is just jam-packed with information. This is a 30-year journey that you have been under for sure. One thing I wanted to talk about, you've got 50 volunteers that are helping you throughout the year. You've got 12 board members. You've got block parties, National Night Out, breast cancer awareness event. You've got partnerships with WellSpan Outreach. Obviously, fundraising to support all of those efforts is important. You guys are at $4,421 right now, 33 donors, 39 gifts. Can you talk a little bit about how important those dollars are? And I will say you are very efficient with how you are using that money. You guys are jamming a lot into your calendar for the Northeast Neighborhood Association. So how important are those dollars for you?
Very important. We have so many partners and people that are coming to say, can we do this and can we do that? Can we support you in this way? But there has to be some skin in the game for us as well. Our wheelchair accessible ramp that needs to be repaired, potentially replaced. There's some work around the building that needs to happen. Something as simple as when people come to our food pantry, a lot of the food pantries have them bring their own paper bags. Yep. We provide the bags, and that makes it more sanitary. That helps them to, you know, even to feel a little more relaxed about having to come and ask for food. You don't have to bring your own bags. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's one of the things that we do. And just to be able to, we have a 4-H group, to be able to support the 4-H, a community garden, which is one of the most exciting things that we have. But the thing you mentioned are 50 volunteers. A good percentage of those volunteers come from the neighborhood. Yep. They see what we're doing, they say we want to be involved in it, and they've taken a hand to make sure that what happens at Crystal's Place that they're a part of.
I love that. And then, so Kate, you know, you're partnering with WellSpan Outreach. The mission really seems to be bringing the resources into the neighborhood. So how important are those resources in the Northeast neighborhood?
This past year, we partnered with WellSpan. We did a Listen with a Doctor event. It was extremely important. They got to get their blood pressure checked, monitored. I mean, it was about 3 weeks later, and everyone's, when are we doing it again? When are you doing it again? We want to come. It's important. The mammogram mobile. Unfortunately, it rained like cats and dogs that day, but it's not going to this year. So look for us in October for the mammogram mobile, where you can come get a mammogram.
We had an event that it's probably only us. It was called Take a Bite Out of Grime, where we invited 25 neighbors to come and pick up supplies that would help them to clean their house. And that's something that we want to do on a regular basis, but we have to purchase those supplies. So what some of the funding will be used toward things like that. And a home skills workshop class where people came in and learned how to do some plumbing, some electrical work. An incentive for that was we gave them a toolbox so that when they go home and have some things to do, they have the supplies there. So things like that make people's lives easier on a day-to-day basis.
Well, I love that. You've got a bunch of donations that have come in. Cal, who was just here, he donated to you. You're part of the Memorial Health Fund stretch pool, which is great. Before we wrap up, can we talk about the cultural celebration that's coming up on May 18th?
So we were going to do a cultural celebration on May 18th, and since then we learned about an organization called HACO. It's a Haitian Community Outreach. They were actually planning an event for the same day.
Got it.
So we would like to join them
Beautiful.
at their event. And
Collaboration, that's what we're all
That's
about,
what we
right?
do. That's who we are. That's what we do.
So what does that event look like in the neighborhood then?
May 18th at Penn Park, and then we'll post details on our website as soon as they become available. But absolutely, we would love to have you.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Thanks for the work that you do. $4,421 raised so far. You've got 5 hours left, and I'm sure you're going to smash whatever goals that you have.
Come see us at the square.
You're in the square tonight?
We're at the square tonight.
Beautiful.
We're painting rocks, so come paint a rock, say hello.
Love
We'd
it.
love to see you. Scan our shirts.
Scan your shirts.
The other shirts work, not this one.
I got my swag bag.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Have fun out there tonight. It's beautiful weather.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Philip, before we throw it to break, we got a very special guest who'd love to pop in and say hello. Want to throw the headphones on?
I do. I would love to throw the headphones on.
You recognize this young woman?
I do. I do. As we are approaching the $3 million mark, 14,000 gifts from 8,881 donors. How's it going over there at the Yorktown Pineapple Shirt Day? I love it.
Pineapple Shirt Day. We're doing, I think this is outfit change number 4 for me. I like to say this is like my Met Gala. So I will say, I sent the live stream link to our kid because she should be getting out of school right now, but she's ghosted me. So I don't know where she is.
I don't know. I will give a quick shout out then. If you are looking for an organization, we've got another puppy coming up here soon. But if you love dogs, if you love dog parks, check out Paws Park on givelocalyork.org. Just over $3,000 raised so far, and lots of good things you can help fund there.
Yeah.
So what's the big news over there? Is anything important happening? Is there like a $3 million? We're within.
We're just hanging out casual. No, we're very close to the $3 million mark, which is huge. And we're getting to the point of the afternoon where we're shifting into party mode. Things are starting to get set up downtown. Things are starting to get set up at different events and activities all across the county. So it's time to leave work early if you were even there today and get out and party with York County.
Yeah, we've talked to so many organizations. They're ready to set up in the square. That party is definitely happening, and we're reaching so many milestones so early today, which I love to see. Yorktown Hotel, we're giving a major shout out for being the command center over there. We love our partners at the Yorktown here at WellSpan Park.
It's so comfortable, Philip. I've been there all week.
It is so comfortable. If you have not checked out
the
Yorktown Hotel, get on over there. Hello to the team running the show, Mr. Pulo back there. We are so close to a woo here.
I know. We're ready for it. You might be able to get it in action if I if I time it right. But I don't want to hold up the show here. Especially because dog. There's another dog coming in.
He or she is absolutely beautiful too. I'm sure that we'll see here. Megan, one thing before we started the 3 o'clock hour. I went to the givelocalyork.org page, the leaderboards page.
There it is, guys.
We just $3 million raised for Give Local York 2024. 323 organizations. Megan, on the Give Local York leaderboard page, sorting by donors to see those organizations that have had 0 or few donors. Happy to report, it looks like maybe no organizations with 0 donors. We've got some with 1. So if you're looking for deserving organizations, please check out all of the different categories. Sort by donors. There is something for everyone.
Absolutely. More than 300 organizations. Any calls you can think about, there's an organization doing that work, and they would love your support today.
All right, send our love to everybody over there. We've got plenty of great non-profiteers that we've got to talk to over here.
Thanks, Megan. We'll catch you later.
Give Local York 2024. And diving right into it, we have with us Hoffman Homes for Youth. How's everybody doing today?
We are doing well, thank
you. All right, and we have a very special guest. I don't know if we have dog cam, but we can see Jersey. And wow,
do we have dog
That
cam?
is just
Hi, Jersey.
That is the shot right there. So it's great to have you guys here. We've got $1,400 raised so far. You're just about 30% on the way to your goal. For people that may not be familiar with Hoffman Homes, let's start right from the top. Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Of course. Well, first I want to thank York County and also the staff and volunteers from Local York providing this wonderful event for us today, and also giving an awareness and again, support to nonprofits. So we are a nonprofit organization. We are actually located in Adams County, but about 15% of the individuals that we work with come from York County. So we do both inpatient and outpatient mental health and behavioral health services for individuals in need. And we have several services. We have a psychiatric residential treatment facility. We have a therapeutic shelter, a transitional living program. We also do outpatient therapy. And we have an educational system through Hoffman Academy, which provides regular education and special education for individuals grades 1 through 12.
That is awesome. And we do have a video which we'll queue up and we can watch here in a few minutes, I believe. Can you talk about how impactful the funds raised through Give Local York are for your organization? I'm looking at your give levels. 192-acre campus, is that correct?
Yes.
That is massive. So what do these numbers mean for you moving forward?
Yeah, so we say any donation helps. We've been around since 1910, so some of our buildings have been around since 1910. But the treatment that we provide to the youth, whether York County or across the state, it does take the support of all of our communities to do that. So, any amount that you give supports our creative therapy programs, which I will let Stacy talk about. If you want to just cover that real quick, and then I can get into some of the other ones.
Absolutely. So Hoffman Homes has currently 4 creative therapy programs. One is animal assisted therapy, which Jersey
down here
is a member and has actually been a member of that program for 4 years, going on 5. The kids really love him. That room is filled with dogs, cats, guinea pigs, rabbits. It's got a lot. The kids really enjoy it. We also have an equine assisted therapy program, which allows our kids to interact with horses and learn how to groom them, learn about them, and then we actually have therapeutic riding. So we have kids all across the state that, as they work through the program, they're actually able to ride horses, which for some of them, they have never had that opportunity, which is great. We also have an art therapy program. We have a certified art therapist who uses different creative mediums, from jewelry making to canvas work to graphic design. We're actually getting ready to start a ceramics and pottery component to our art therapy. And within the last year, we have started a drama therapy program. So we have been very fortunate to have a drama therapist who is also certified as a tabletop games therapist.
Awesome.
So all of our creative therapies are incredibly impactful for the youth and young adults that we serve. So it's just an honor to be able to offer that to the kids.
And at any time, there's between 80 and 90 youth, young adults on your campus, and it's 24/7.
That's correct.
Yep.
That's correct.
So you have 24/7 staff, medical staff on property. We talk a lot throughout the day about the things that happen behind the scenes for nonprofit organizations and having staff to support and budgets to meet. So Give Local York, obviously very, very helpful from that front. So for people that have not heard of Hoffman before, what is the best way after this wonderful night to find out more information about the organization?
Sure. So we can certainly visit our Facebook page as Hoffman Homes, and then also we have our website, hoffmanhomesforyouth.com. And again, because we're so local, you can even probably just find us as you Google search us. And we're always, welcoming individuals to come and tour our campus, to be able to see the beautiful campus that we have and see the different programs that we run. And Jersey would love to have some more friends come and give him some snuggles.
Jersey is absolutely the best. So we'll look at that.
I love you.
We will wrap up here, and I'll say thank you to you guys. We'll play your video, close out on the video, but thank you for participating in Give Local York. We've had a couple conversations today about how the impact of Give Local goes beyond just the York County boundaries. So it's great to have an organization like yours that is impacting York residents, even though you're just outside of York County. So we really appreciate that, and we'll watch your video here, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Jersey.
Happy to take you in.
All right, we are back. Give Local York 2024. We have smashed the $3 million fundraising mark, and we are also just smashed the 9,000 donor mark, so 9,000 individual donors for Give Local York 2024. And now we have the honor of speaking to Joan from the York County History Center. Joan and I were just talking about how she possibly can't fill these minutes because there's nothing happening at the History Center, which is, of course, not true. Joan, first of all, I'll start. You're just about halfway to your goal, $38,000 raised so far today for the History Center. We've got a lot to talk about, but first, let's just give an update on what's happening at the History Center.
Oh my gosh. Well, before I launch into that, I really want to thank the York County community. We have been so blessed, not only on this day, Give Local York, but in creating the new museum, library, and archive at the corner of Philadelphia and Pershing Street. It is state-of-the-art museum that York County deserves, and we hope it is a permeable membrane so that we're a place that you might start and then finish your journey throughout the county.
Well, that's awesome. I am looking at, to talk about content, I'm looking at the York County History Center Give Day schedule, and you guys have so much going on. Open house all day at the Ag and Industrial Museum, beginning at 4 p.m., Colonial Courthouse Artifact Highlight. You've got a cooking demo, pop-in tavern talk. Of course, you've got walking tours and a campfire tonight. So yeah, update us on the project. If people have not driven by, if they have not seen it, maybe they've heard about the project and knew it was happening, but it's here. It has arrived.
It has arrived. So the York County History Center is fortunate enough to steward over 300 years of York County history, and we do that through storytelling, whether it be people, places, or things. We do that now in a concerted way that makes sense for visitors at the new York County History Center. Put this pin in your calendar. First Friday in August through that entire weekend, we will be free to the entire community. We want you to come in and get a taste of how history can be shared differently, how it can be story-based and engaging.
I love that so much. I'm looking at your page, and if you're thinking about making a contribution to the York County History Center, my recommendation would be hitting that 5 to 6 p.m. hour. Looks like Dr. Dennis Bachman is doing a $2,500 match. He is the History Center board chair right now, which is awesome. So if you're looking to make a donation between 5 and 6 p.m., and then every donor entered into a drawing for an Embark DNA test kit. Can you make that connection for us? Why is that so important, and why is that here at the History Center?
So one of the things that we do at the History Center is we facilitate genealogical research. We are one of the best genealogical libraries in this part of Pennsylvania. So we're very, very happy to help people find their past and learn about their present.
I love it. You're also a part today of the Cultural Arts Alliance match. You're the Community Foundation, your Community Foundation stretch pool match, and you have a lot going on. Are you going to be over there for First Friday tonight?
Absolutely.
All
Stop
right.
by for some more.
Stop by for a s'more. Campfire starts at 6. If you go to givelocalyork.org, just search for York County History Center. I love that. You can see the entire Give Day schedule happening down at the Colonial Complex, right on the rail trail here in downtown York. Joan, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming down, Joan.
Thank you.
Be back in 30 seconds.
Over $3 million, Chris.
Over $3 million raised. Yes, it is Give Local York 2024. My name is Chris Jubb, the Giving Day guy, live from WellSpan Park. Philip, it is not, in fact, blizzarding at WellSpan Park. It is just a different lighting setup here behind me. But yes, beautiful day here. First Friday in May. We're getting JJ mic'd up here. You might remember JJ from this morning's broadcast, but JJ is a woman of many hats, and we're gonna...
This morning we talked to her about York Fringe Festival.
Well.
And now we're going to learn about Cable House Presents and York Story Slam.
And JJ's got her bottle of water right there, just in case.
And cough drops.
And cough drops.
Yeah.
JJ, let's start with Cable House Presents. What is this organization about, and what do donations mean today?
Well, it's a pop-up concert series. We feature national touring acts in a very intimate listening room environment, usually at Central Market. We rent the market out about 10 times a year to host shows, and then a few other places too. We've hosted some in the Valencia Ballroom, which has been really exciting. But we raise about half of our operating budget during Give Local each year. So it's absolutely critical for us to continue to do this fundraising day.
Have you had eyes on how donations are coming in today? I know Philip's looking at it right now.
Yeah, go ahead,
So
Philip.
you're at $8,088, 81% of your goal, and that's coming from 77 donors, 77 gifts. You've got a $10,000 goal. You got 20% to go. We've got over 5 hours. It's absolutely going to happen. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's a real relief. That's jumped since the last time I checked. But yeah, like I said, it cost us about $20,000 to do 10 shows in a year, and that's with very lean expenses. So we really count on support from our community because we keep our ticket prices as accessible as we possibly can, which means they don't cover our expenses. Yeah. So we rely on that generosity of the community.
You know, I think one of my favorite things about Cable House, and you know, Chris is a perfect example of that. It is one of a few things here in York that really just shine an excellent spotlight on the city, on the county. Now I'm crying. God, see, this is why I wanted you to do it.
Sorry.
Highlighting Central Market in a way that really has never been done before, and you are putting us best foot forward, best spotlight possible for national touring musicians right here in the heart of the city of York.
Yeah, and you know, we're not the only ones that do it. People that come and play, there's a house concert venue, Sign of the Wagon, a few blocks to the east of us. Of course, the Appel Center with the Capitol Theater is right next door. We're mainly operating out of Central Market. And then Skid Row Garage has opened, gosh, it's been a whole year now, a location. So bands are coming from literally all over the world, feeling very welcomed in York. And, you know, I have a lot of bands that come through because we're kind of right on the way to everywhere if you're touring the Mid-Atlantic. So they'll come, even if they don't have a gig in York, they will plan a day off in York to come and hang out here because they feel welcomed and supported.
And paying out nearly $88,000.
That's the number we're most
to
proud of.
artists.
We started in fall of 2014. I don't know if you know this, Chris. Philip actually helped to start Cable House Presents. And since 2014, we've had more than 80 shows. I checked before we got on here. more than 8,400 butts in seats. And that number that we're most proud of, we're approaching, by next year, we'll have paid out $100,000 directly to independent artists.
JJ, I'm not going to apologize to Philip for making him tear up a little bit. And if you think chatting with JJ is going to make you tear up, I just spotted Matt Dorgan is here popping in to get ready for our
It's a rough afternoon.
4 p.m. broadcast.
Really stacked.
Yes. This is a busy afternoon. JJ, we want to give you a couple minutes to also talk about York Story Slam.
Sure.
I mentioned you're a woman of many hats. Tell me about York Story Slam, and then follow up with why it's important for you to work with so many different organizations. What makes all these different organizations so special to you?
Yeah, well, okay, so first of all, York Story Slam is a monthly open mic storytelling event. So it's first-person narrative. People are telling true stories, things that happen to them based on the theme for that month. Just different theme every month. By the way, these sell out every month. I also run Lancaster Story Slam, and in both York and Lancaster, every month, the last, since we started back to being in person, they're selling out. So people are hungry to hear stories, and some other storytelling events are kind of popping up too. And I think we could never have too many. People come and tell a true story. They have about 5 minutes to do it. The competition is not the main focus, but we do have a winner each month. They get scores based on content and presentation. And then at the end of the year, we invite everybody back. And we move over to the Capitol Theater. I didn't say this either. They're now held at Archetype Pizza, which is near and dear to my heart. So you get to eat excellent pizza and hear stories from your neighbors every month. And then in November, we call all the winners from the whole year back, and they participate in the Grand Slam. So it's York's best storytellers competing for a pretty obnoxious trophy and bragging rights. And the title of best storyteller in York, and that's in the Capitol, a little more formal with a stage and lights and everything.
So since 2016, welcoming almost 6,000 attendees, which is bonkers, and 850 names in the hat. So 850 true, personal, original stories.
That's right.
Told right here in York. And a safe space, really. I think that personally is one of the coolest things. Is it doesn't matter if you're an experienced grand champion storyteller or you're getting up for the first time, that level of support in that room is just tremendous.
It's a very welcoming room. As my co-producer in Lancaster, Tony Crockmo, always says, nobody is sitting there thinking like, I want this guy to get up and tell a crappy story. We want to hear your stories. We want it to be authentic, and the audience is so very supportive. We have people as young as, we had a 14-year-old last month share a story, and then people who are, in their 80s and 90s who tell stories. So really a lot of different kinds of voices coming together and in this safe space. And if we do our job well and pick themes that are broad enough, we will get stories that make you cry, and then maybe the next one makes you laugh till you cry right in a row. So it's a really nice spectrum of emotion.
You just got a shout out from our good friend Melissa Plotkin, saying how much she loves you. Go Story Slam, she said. And then you got, I just love on your donors list, Big Grammy and his crew, $25.
I don't even know who that is. That's
from
wonderful.
Our good friend Tiffany Spangler, yay JJ. I didn't see the rest of that, but getting a lot of love. We love your work in our community, and that work is obviously tremendous. JJ, I would like to, we got a couple minutes here. You and I have talked to dozens of nonprofits.
Oh, no.
Anybody that you want to, everybody hates this question, anybody that you want to shine a spotlight that maybe we haven't seen today, maybe a lesser known nonprofit organization.
Philip.
There's so many.
And I only
out
get
there.
to pick one.
You can pick two.
You're cool. I have a list, and a couple of us were saying earlier today, not all of us have a lot of means, and so we budget for this. So after Christmas, I start putting back money, and then I figure out how many I can support, and so I have a big list. The one I want to shout out, I think, is York Art Association, and I say that for a number of reasons. Their executive director he's a dear friend of mine, but was a student of mine, and then interned with me, and continues all these years later to volunteer at Cable House Presents and Story Slam, and has participated in Pechacucha Night York, so has stayed really involved. They are moving to a new location, so they're raising funds, for that to happen. Every year at the stroke of, it used to be midnight and now it's 9 p.m., Roth is the first donation to Cable House Presents. And that means a lot to me. And so, yeah, I think supporting that organization that's been around for so long in our community is important to me.
And I think that you're getting another shout out from Chelsea. So thankful for JJ. She's a pillar of our community, bringing culture events to our city. York Art Association, $7,365 raised, just about 75% of their $10,000 goal. Very similar to my conversation with Wilda, Roth is a perfect example, just a consummate professional, constantly in the community, supports other nonprofits. You sending love to the association, I think says a lot about all of you. But, York Art Association, for those of you that may be familiar with the Little Green Church, that is the future home.
What is that, Madison Avenue?
Yeah,
Linden?
up there in the avenues.
Yeah.
So check out York Art Association. That's a great one to pick.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to wrap up here in the 3 o'clock hour. JJ, thank you so much for all of your assistance throughout the day here. There's an inflatable unicorn behind you now. I don't know if you know that.
It's right behind me.
We are. Philip, I am piling in. JJ, thank you so much for being here. I'm piling in all your good pals here. And in this 4 p.m. hour, Philip, we're going to make you laugh. We're going to make you cry. We're just going to bring you on a ride here. There's your buddy Ted.
Hey, what's up, Ted?
And Ted's going to get a bonus
Ted,
woo button here.
We get a woo because we just went to $3.1 million.
So, Ted, we will be... I got Ted muted. Sorry about that, Ted. But we will be right back to actually hear from Ted.
Are you in the water, Ted? What are you doing?
You're going to have to come back.
I'm just below you guys.
All right. You're going to have to come back at the start of the 4 p.m. hour to check this all out. Ted, don't go anywhere. This is Give Local York 2024 live, heading into our 4 p.m. finale. We'll see you real soon. Thanks, JJ.